Drop a like on the video before time runs out if you're hyped for the newest update that dropped today. Be sure to also let me know on a scale of 1 to 10 how hyped you are for the Caddis event. Happy summer, everyone! Today marks the beginning of Fortnite's 14 days of summer, and it's already gotten off to an unbelievably exciting start. What's up, guys? I'm Dr. P, and welcome back to another Fortnite video. I really appreciate you stopping back by. Make sure to drop a like on the video, and if you like what you see, consider subscribing to the channel to become a part of the family. I'm uploading daily Fortnite content, keeping you fully updated on everything happening in the game. Also, go give my live stream a follow. I'll link it in the description below. If you want to get added, I basically add every single person who shows up. I have like 5,000 friends, no joke. It's also the best way to potentially get a gift from me. Along with today's update, there were a number of items that got thrown into the vault, including the rare version of the tactical AR, the Rift to Go, the impulse grenades, and the cannon. The only thing there that kind of upsets me is the Rift to Go. That thing was awesome for getting out of a tricky situation when you had to leave. It will be missed, I'm sure, by many. However, on the same side of that token, there was an item that was unvaulted today permanently, at least for the time being, and I think a lot of you guys will be happy to hear it. Behold, the pump shotgun is back in the game. The same thing goes with the silenced SMG. Both of these weapons were amazing. I'm glad they're back in the game, and I'm so happy that Epic is listening to their community. I can't tell you how many people were utterly disappointed when the pump got vaulted, including myself. I don't know about you guys, but I think the combat shotgun as a whole is trash. It does have range, I'll give it that, but up close, it is not very good. And that's ultimately what a shotgun should be for, right? Up close encounters. The silenced SMG was a great go-to option after you fired off the pump, and I'm glad to see them both make a reappearance. Hopefully it will be permanent. Another interesting update that happened today, there was an update to loot llamas. Instead of being 3 on the map, there will now be 5. And instead of giving 200 mats, it will give 350, so a buff to the loot llamas. I remember way back when the loot llamas used to give 500 mats each. Those were the good days. Only OGs remember. By the way, shout out to Fort Tory for the information. Next, we're going to talk about a significant map change that occurred with this update, and it happened over at the pressure plant. As you can see, pressure plant has completely changed to have this giant indent in the ground, which basically looks like a giant cage. As you guys know, there's been a lot of speculation about pressure plant and what's to come of it because the Caddis is heading somewhere, and this could very well be where it is. And after today's update, it's even stronger of an argument. Now, here's the thing. If you go into Playground, or any normal match for that matter, and go to pressure plant, you won't be able to see this underground part. There will be a giant cover on top of what you see now. The only way you can manage to see what I'm seeing right now on screen is by going to creative mode and getting to the main island. I'm not sure why that is. It seems like they're trying to hide it for the time being. I guess they didn't want it to get revealed yet. And technically, when you're in creative, you're not supposed to be able to get to the main island. It's a little bit of a glitch, so maybe they didn't account for people doing this. Maybe it will get fixed soon and you won't be able to see it in creative anymore, but it doesn't matter. Even if they fix it, they have spilled the beans unintentionally. We know what's underneath pressure plant. My guess is in the coming weeks, maybe in the coming days, the pressure plant will open up to reveal what's underneath. The pressing question is, what is this for? Why is there a giant hole in the ground? And when I say giant, I'm not exaggerating. This thing is literally so big. It's bigger than anything you could possibly imagine. My only realistic guess is it's some kind of storage area for the Caddis creature if it gets captured. Maybe by having this creative mode glitch, they've already spoiled what's going to happen this season. I'm not locking that in, but I think there is a good chance. Think about it this way. What else would go inside of a hole that massive when we know there is also a massive creature on the loose on the Fortnite island? It all just adds up and makes a ton of sense. So at this point, I truly believe that the Caddis is going to the pressure plant. It's subject to change, and obviously opinions do change, but for now, that's my best guess. Lately, Donald Mustard has been on a roll, literally a Twitter rampage, constantly, and I mean constantly changing his location location. This is the third time in 4 days, but he changed his location with today's update to say preparing. What is he preparing for? I'm sure that's the glaring question everyone's asking. Well, if you ask me, I feel like that could go one of two ways. It might even have a double meaning. The first possible meaning is the creature is preparing to attack. We know the creature has already attacked certain locations on the Fortnite map, and that would be no surprise if he was gearing up for some kind of massive, large-scale attack. The second possible meaning could refer to the change we just witnessed at Pressure Plant today. We know there is a secret underground large bunker type thing with a lot of room. What if preparing is referring to the people of the Fortnite island transforming Pressure Plant into some kind of prison for this creature when they do inevitably catch it? They would be preparing for the monster's next attack. It could really go either way. Almost all of Mustard's previous Season 9 location changes on his Twitter profile have referred in some way to the monster/caddis, but it doesn't have to keep following that trend. Let me know in the comments which one you think is more likely, preparing for the monster or the monster preparing to attack us. We've been talking about the caddis for maybe a month now. It's been a long time that we've been talking about this creature, and it looks like the attack is getting imminent. Not only was there a serious map change at Pressure Plant today, but with the update, there were several posters in the game's coding found that explicitly reference danger and obviously is signaling at an incoming attack. They remind me of like World War II, like 1940s war posters. You'll see what I mean. So here is the first one. You can see we have a default skin with a jetpack, it looks like, and it says duck and hover. Obviously a play on duck and cover. Could jetpacks be showing back up later in Season 9? I don't know, but I mean, this has literally been leaked, so who knows? Next up, this poster says, when danger strikes, take the high ground. As you can see, it's got a picture of the floating platforms scattered around the map, and there is a caution sign underneath it. Is it possible that whoever built these floating platforms back when Season 9 started anticipated this happening and knew that it would come in handy later for people to take cover from the creature? Maybe these things are so high into the air that it physically goes beyond what the creature can reach, and therefore, we would be safe. Why else would they be advertising for everyone to go on top of these platforms when danger strikes? Finally, we have a poster with the Cuddle Team leader saying, "We can build it." It's funny because this is literally an exact replica of a famous World War II poster that went around during the time in real life. Guys, these leaked posters seem to be literal warning signs for an incoming attack/war. If that's true and they get added to the game's coding today, it is coming soon. Like literally, I would guess within 2 weeks, we are going to have some serious stuff going down in the game with this creature finally attacking. It would never be a true Dr. P video without me reading some of your theories, so here we go. This comes to you from VGK_Phantom, who says, Dr. P, continuing off your theory that a nuke is being fired at the creature, Pressure Plant got turned into a missile silo, so I guess you're right. Take a look again at the updated Pressure Plant. It definitely has a huge resemblance to some kind of nuclear missile silo, and if you missed my video yesterday and you're kind of lost as to what he's talking about, I said potentially there could be some kind of a nuke being fired at the caddis to kill it based on previous information and evidence we've had in the game. If you're still lost, I would recommend watching my video from yesterday to get the full scoop. Next up, we've got TQS Mosquito Bite, who says, I think a war happened when Jonesy was in the vault, and when he ate Peely, he had a vision of the future and what was to come, and he told the island that's why they might nuke the caddis. Obviously, in order to send the nuke, they would have to have probable cause to do so. They would have to know something is threatening them, and who else better to tell them what was going on than Jonesy, who seems to be a literal god based on the Fortnite image. He knew everything, and probably also knew what was going to happen in the future too. Jonesy would be the perfect person to tell everyone and warn the island of what's to come. Finally, we've got Ghost Games, who says, Dr. P, what if the new Pressure Plant update is a research center holding the caddis inside? The floor appears to be some sort of blast door, and what would need blast doors? Military operations. The government is at pressure plant containing the caddis for research. Now, I know I went to creative mode, I know I went down below what you can actually see, and there's nothing inside of that area right now. And just because there's nothing in the area doesn't mean there won't eventually be something there. For instance, back when the eye was trapped in Polar Peak, I went to creative mode and I went inside of the iceberg. You could see the eye, but there was nothing behind the eye because they did not render in those textures. Maybe they did the same thing here. Maybe they decided to simply not render in everything that would be underneath this area because they did not want to expose and possibly have the entire story ruined. Guys, please make sure to leave your thoughts and ideas in the comment section down below, or if you prefer, you can hit me up on Twitter. Both are perfectly fine. I really want to hear what you guys have to say because the storyline is heating up. The 14 Days of Summer seems to be a really cool event, and I'm excited to see what other guns get unvaulted every day. Today, the LMG is back in the game, so get out there and use it. If you've been missing it, it's going to be gone tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. Make sure to subscribe and drop a like down below, as well as check me out over on Caffeine. I'll see you in my next upload, and until then, my friends, take it easy and peace out.